As I'm hiking along, I found this underground room. Not quite sure what it is, although it is quite overgrown. Possibly a dynamite storage room. That's what I'm thinking. And it's right on top of all this rock. It's 15 minutes later, and even though it's a mile and a half, it's a very difficult mile and a half because I keep running into obstacles. This one is a couple of boulders that are blocking the washout. So I just have to figure out how to get around them. I'm thinking I'm going to hike up this way to get up. So hopefully I'll get to the ghost town soon, maybe in 10 minutes or so. And that's a power line right there, by the way. No wires to it, obviously not active, but it is interesting to think about the fact that this mining camp was so significant. They brought electricity way up here. Right across this ravine is the mining camp, and there's tons of buildings to check out, so let's have a look around. This might just be one of the most unique mining camps I have ever seen. We have buildings all over the place too. To begin with, right when we enter, we see this welcome with tons of old lanterns scattered on the side. Champion mine, spark plug mine is up that way. We might make it there today, it just depends, because I'm looking at the clouds and we have some rain clouds, so if it begins to rain, I'm going back. Going this way, we have ore cart tracks that have now been used to align the hiking trail. And we have this really neat cabin on this side. Looking forward to seeing the inside of them. Just how they have been fixed up. Patio right there. Although I want to see this overlook real quick. We got ourselves the Hton clothesline. The Champion Hton, welcome. So, guess each cabin is named something else. Each one has its own name. Wow, this place is in pristine condition. To begin with, we have a fully functional furnace right there. Has wood, still has wood there if you really needed to light a fire, especially in the winter time. Got ourselves a map. The sheet, that's from Mammoth. That's a local newspaper in Mammoth. I was actually just reading the sheet the other day. That's awesome. Let's see what's in the ice chest. Okay, so some dry goods. Top ramen, whatnot like that. Just tons of stuff in here too. Just look at all the lighters, flipping tape measure, sticky notes, yarn. And coming on this side, we have the little pantry. Tons of stuff left in here too. And look at that, you even still have shoes. That's super cool. And just to think, they had to bring all this stuff up just the way we hiked. Maybe they took the trail, they weren't dumb like us. But still, it's crazy to see how much stuff is left behind. And what I really like about this ghost, and I already knew it was going to be in good condition just by knowing you had to hike in, which means a lot of the vandals that are generally lower life, lazy, aren't going to be taking the time to hike up this way. And looking this way, I don't know if I showed you guys this side yet. Have 2 beds, a desk. Like, you could easily spend a week up here if you wanted to, just hiking around and whatnot. And I bet you there's a logbook somewhere. Someone even sketched out this very cabin that we're inside right now. The Hton logbook, let's see. Someone from Bishop, 2016, 2019. Let's find the recent ones. Oh geez. Yep, that's marijuana. 6/15/2022. So it's been a while since anyone's been up here. It's actually been, there has to be a updated logbook, because yeah, probably an updated logbook somewhere, because these ones, 1999, are you kidding me? People have been, this thing is ancient. That's awesome. And looking this way, have books on the walls there, some more sketch. Someone was an artist who came here. Let's go check out some of the other cabins. Let's get this closed up. We're now across to Washout. That's the cabin we just checked out. And we have a ton of buildings on this side. It's just overwhelming how much we have to check out. We'll begin with this cabin. Which is definitely not in the greatest of condition. This doesn't even open, so going like this. Which this might be a cookhouse upon further inspection. Got a wash basin there. Continuing, we have a bench. And then on this side, got ourselves a shower. Still has the plumbing. And now we have this huge building to check out. Let's go on inside. That's actually locked. I have to find another way in. Perhaps. Yeah, this one. And there's a lot left in this one too. Just insane. Like, where do I even begin? Let's begin on this side. Let's thoroughly have a look around. I don't like exploring these places without thoroughly inspecting them first. We're going to begin in the room we came in from, the kitchen, which that cabin right there that I thought may have been the cookhouse turns out to just be the wash house now. We're in the cookhouse. Things of water left behind, which is insane. Somebody backpacked all this water in because that's a crazy hike. Maybe it's easier if you stick to the trail, but we'll have to see on the way back. Have a sink right there. Just tons of pans left behind too. Got the oven and the stove. And it's nice being in a place like this today because it's relatively warm in this cabin, this house, whatever you want to call it. See, it says in the 60s. It's a lot colder outside. Trash right there, trash bin. That one doesn't open. Now these shelves are all aligned with stuff too. Propane stoves right there. Tons of utensils left behind here. That one's empty. And I'm surprised, I've been looking around, I don't see any signs of rats or mice or anything like that, which is quite common, especially in these volunteer camps. Now let's continue forward. Actually, we didn't look at this metal box, did we? Tons of food left behind. So we put it in this so that mice and rats and all don't get to it. And I don't know if I'm going to make it to upper camp today because look how windy it is. It's probably going to rain today too. Coming in, we have the bedroom. In worst case scenario, this isn't the worst place to get stranded if some huge rainstorm comes by or flood. Fully functioning furnace on this side, with some wood kindling and all. Let's see. I always like to see newspapers. This is a new one for me. Unfortunately, some of the pages have been ripped out. See when it's from. 75 cents. A lot cheaper than the California ones. May 8th, 2022. Champion Spark Plug Mine. Historic landmark, I didn't know that. Very cool. And we have beds on this side, of course, a couple of beds, 3 of them. Then we have a logbook for this one too. Very cool. And I did sign that other logbook, by the way, because I know a lot of people ask that in the comments. We still didn't look at this room, did we? Propane stove right there. This is a type I have to get, because with my pretty much cross-country road trips, I've just been using wood. Linen in those closets. That's a lantern right there next to the stove. And this is really just a storage room. There's not a great deal left behind in that one. Just such an interesting place. We have a underground pantry. Not a great deal left around. In very good condition too. I like how it's aligned with logs. Almost like a log cabin look. Let's continue up. So this is the building we just checked out. And I just noticed this storage right here. Apparently not. I'm guessing a water heater situation. We still have tons of buildings up ahead too. And even on this side, I didn't even notice these ones. Looking back at the one we just checked out. Even more on this side, they just keep appearing. This place is absolutely huge. Let's see the outside of this one first. And cool enough, we have an outlook. Some railing right there to guide your way. Check this out. You can sit on the bench, have your coffee table, sit back and take in the view. Then we have this one-room cabin to check out. Wood on the ground. Of course, another fully functioning furnace. Books right there. Pack in, pack out, yep. Of course, I recognize this newspaper. Got the sheet. It's a great one. Let's continue onward. Now I'm going to check out these two cabins. So this one has 2 beds. Of course, we have a furnace, which usually seeing a furnace is such a big deal, but in this place, it's pretty much normal. Just crazy to see so much stuff left behind, especially in each one of these cabins too. A couple of post-it notes. Looks like he left a logbook of their adventures, maybe. Cool stuff. I just don't have the time to read everything. I hope I'm not rushing each cabin when we check them out, but I just don't want to get this boring, you know what I mean? I want to keep going, see each one. Especially since there's so much to check out, and I don't know if the rain clouds are coming this way. And right beside it, another cabin that's called Black Eagle Museum. Have some museum stuff outside of it, you know, stuff from the mines. Let's check out the museum. And it sure is a museum, isn't it? Of course the lights don't turn on. I don't even know why I tried that. Mining is in everyone's future. I've seen one of those signs from like an old mining documentary from like the 70s. So that's something that's been going around for a long time. I assume photos of the mine. Going this way. Still has coats and everything on the walls. Just so neat to see all of this. History of Black Eagle. This place is really maintained. I think we have, which, look at that photo. People have come out in the snow. That would be an insane hike. That'd be a real trip though, if you're to camp out here when it's snowing. Maybe I'll have to return someday. I probably will if we can't get to the upper mine today. Electricity related thingy maybe. Let's see, 1927 radio. I was way off on that one. Tons of little postcards, let's see. Nothing that I recognize. I'm looking for like another YouTuber, maybe Panda Atlas has been up here. Nope. Nobody else. I think Wonder Hussy has been up this way, but that's about it from what I know. Continuing this way, we have 2 cabins in the distance. We have a bunk house to check out. Then these ones over this way. Let's begin with the bunk house. Doors wide open. This one definitely looks like a work in progress. Have a cot at least. Ceiling's caved in. Appears to have some water damage. So this is the first room. On this side, which this is used as a storage room. So this one's nothing too special. Lock that up real quick. Continuing forward, let's go up to these cabins in the distance. Two cabins, relatively the same design. And there's a building in the distance too, so we have even more hiking to do to go up there. Another similar format to the others, 2 beds. Furnace on that side. That's a solar light, so I assume they pressed up a solar panel outside. Some water, 1 gallons. Nothing in there now. So let's continue. Check out that other cabin. Second cabin. Okay, so pretty much the same 2 beds, except we do have some shelving with books, first aid, whatnot like that. Check, see if there's anything in this. This one also has one of those solar lights, which is quite awesome. These things never do work. Oh, that one works apparently. In a lot of the ghost towns I go to, I see these, especially volunteer camps, but usually they're not working. Before we leave, something else I wanted to point out. I don't know if I showed you this wood flooring. Right above the cabins, this building that I seen in the distance turns out to just be an outhouse. So let's continue and check the buildings out that way. I just took a quick lunch break at that Outlook, and now I'm going to continue. We're going to check out this side now, beginning with this building. So this is really cool. Looking up there, that's a water tank right there, and the reason for all those rocks is because they would burn wood under it to heat up the water that would come down this way. And at one point that pipe was connected, and this was a shower. And right below this building, we have some cable winch. Very neat. Would have used this to pull up the ore cart tracks, the ore carts and all that good stuff. Bring material out of the mines. And we have this very interesting, what would you call this, piece of art? And all I could say is it is unique. I'm guessing this is a tool room from looking at the outside. Yep. Ventilation pipes up there. Then we have axes, shovels, whatnot like that. So this is really where a lot of the volunteers that have helped fix up this place, this is where they keep all the equipment and tools. Just every drawer we open has stuff. It's crazy to see that. We're coming up to a storage shed right now. Sheet metal bed frame right there. And then this trail picks up, so I'm wondering where this goes. There was once an underground room right there, although I don't think it's a mine at it because there's no waste rock. It could, however, be a dynamite storage room. So I'm not quite sure where that trail goes. I'll have to check my satellite maps, but it looks like it goes right up the mountain. Maybe there's some mines up that way. Actually, just out of the corner of my eye, right there's a mine. Let's go check it out. It is a little bit of a sketchy portal, I will admit, especially with the rock above. Although, I think we'll be just fine. Well, that doesn't go anywhere. Interesting looking rock though. Very neat looking. Just the coloration of it. Oh, that's a bat right there. Look at that. Just came out of that mine, which apparently doesn't go anywhere. Looking up the canyon, I don't see any signs of mines, so I'm not going to hike up that way. Although what I am going to do is I'm going to come back to that volunteer camp, walk right back to it, and check out the rest of it, because there's still tons to see. And this sign says upper mines 2 miles. So I'm going to hike up there and check out that upper mine. Now keep in mind that upper mine is way up. It's gonna be one hell of a hike, because from looking at satellite maps, it's at the top of that ledge right there. And there's abandoned mines all along it too, so not even when we get to upper mines is when I'll be filming, because we have quite a bit on the way. With that being said, this video is way too long as is. So stay tuned for part 2. That's where I explore the upper part of this mining town. Not a mining town, mining community. With that being said, be sure to subscribe, put a like on the video. Thank you for watching. Comment down below. And stay tuned for part 2.